Good morning, YouTube. Today I'm going to address a question I'm asked rather frequently, which is, do I go to the gym and lift weights? The answer is yes. So I love my calisthenics, but I also really enjoy going to the gym, and the biggest plus side is you don't have to be outside to lift weights because it's a lot warmer in a gym than it is outside on a typical English day. This is going to be the first episode in a series of videos that I'm going to make for you guys, reviewing well-known gym programs. As I know it can be quite a struggle when you're starting to get into the gym and you don't know which program is right for you or why you should do this one over another. So I've set up a list of criteria that we're going to go through and mark throughout each of these programs, and having done the entire thing myself with my gym partner, we can both evaluate it so that you can make the best and most informed decision for you. So my gym partner and I set up criteria on which we judge the programs. They've each got a weighting. So the first one is gains, and we're going to give that a weighting of 3. So we're going to multiply the score we give it out of 10 by 3. Next up is the time spent in the gym, which is very important, so we're going to give that a weighting of 2. And finally, enjoyment, which is made up of quite a few different things, but that's only going to get a weighting of 1. The reason we set this up like this is because, realistically, you go to the gym to make gains. Secondly, time, because really you want to make the most gains in the least amount of time. And then lastly, whether you enjoy the workout or not is important to some people and to some extent. So realistically, if you have the greatest workout ever, but you don't like it, you're still going to do it because there's an end goal as to why you're there. But if you have a workout on the opposite end of the scale, which is no good at all but really fun, you might think twice before doing that. Now we're going to go through all of the scores for each of the categories, then I'm going to give you justification for those scores, and then after the video is finished, I'm going to put in the original footage of Aaron and I discussing what scores to give which categories and why. It's reasonably long, it's like half an hour, but it's well worth a listen if you're considering doing this program, because it gives you the in-depth up and downs, whereas I'm only going to give you a quick summary now. But I do recommend just listening to it in the background. I wouldn't sit there watching the whole thing. It's pretty boring to watch, honestly. Let's get to the scores. The gains. I'm going to give 7 out of 10. Time spent in the gym, 4 out of 10. And enjoyment, 6 out of 10. Now, after doing some vector calculus, some second order differentials, and ridiculous university level maths, not really, the overall score for this workout we're going to give is 6 out of 10. So now on to the justification of those scores. Gains was a 7 out of 10. Now this is a reasonably high score, but the reason it wasn't higher was because of the main fact that this workout neglects shoulders and arms. It does have shoulders and arms, but it's mainly in warm-up sets for shoulders, and arms doesn't really get its own day until about week 8. And not to mention, when you do these exercises, they're not first in the workout, they're always secondary. By secondary, I mean like an hour, hour and a half into the workout. When you're so tired to begin with, you're not actually putting in maximal effort. Next, we're going to talk about the losses, which most people will be like, well, I don't want to lose anything doing a workout. Wrong. So this workout is so intense and just great that you will drop body weight no matter what you do. You will gain muscle, no doubt, but you're going to lose body fat. I was eating everything in sight possible, and I dropped body fat down to 9%, the lowest I've ever been without even trying. Now, time spent in the gym only got a 4 out of 10. This is because, realistically, you're going to be spending around 12 hours a week in there, which is going to mean you're going to have some sessions that are 2, some sessions that are 2.5, and some sessions that are even 3 hours. And that's because halfway through this workout, it gets to a point where you're doing 43 sets in a workout, 43 working sets, and that doesn't include the 15 warm-up sets you have throughout. That's a lot of lifting weights. This is a volume workout. There is just loads to do. So you do have to sacrifice a lot of your time for this, but in some cases it's well worth it. Now, enjoyment gets a 6 out of 10, and this is for quite a few reasons, honestly, so I'm going to have a piece of paper to tell you all of these. So, the variety of exercises is vast, and you get to try loads of exercises that you will have never done before and never even heard of. And to be honest, they're really fun, and you make a load of new friends because you're about to spend the rest of your life in the gym. Again, fat loss, gains, and you leave the gym feeling great as if you've really just worked your ass off. Although there are times when you feel ridiculously overtrained, for me, Thursday was a grind. I was there almost falling asleep during my set, but it was worth it. You will need a gym partner for those days to make sure that you go. There's no point doing a program if you're not going to adhere to it and stick to what you've agreed to do. There's also lots of confusing description that takes a lot of time to read, a lot of text that makes little sense, but occasionally can be a laugh because you're laughing at just how poor this guy's grammar is. DOMs and tiredness. Like I discussed earlier, tiredness does get to a point each week where you're like, okay, I have to stop, I need a rest, and you just got to push through it. But the DOMs are just ridiculous. Honestly, I've never felt anything like this. And it got to the point where the leg day is such a solid standard, the next day you feel fine as if you've just finished the set, and then the day after, good luck getting up out of bed because it gets pretty painful. But personally, I love DOMs, so it just proves that you've worked hard. Next, pre-existing injuries. So my gym partner has a couple of injuries that have bothered him for the last number of years, which seriously get bad when he's lifting heavy weights. Now the benefit of this volume workout is that it's fantastic if you have pre-existing injuries. Just like my gym partner did, he's injured his knee, his hip and his shoulder that flare up when you're lifting really heavy weights. This is a great program to try as it doesn't tend to flare up your injuries due to all the rehab exercises and stretching focus of the lifts that he does. The required lifting experience. Aaron thought that it's quite an advanced workout as it's quite complex with all of the description and the focusing on specific muscle groups while lifting. We agreed to give it a 4 out of 5 if you counted 1 as a beginner, 3 as an intermediate and 5 as advanced. And this is because some of the lifts are complex and require difficult form and specific muscle focus. But because of all of the extensive description, it's possible still to do this even at an intermediate level. And you also get to try out new exercises that you wouldn't do and develop more of an understanding of these different methods of training. Close to the end of the workout, John Meadows starts doing more questionable exercises. For example, there's one where you do an incline bench and you only bring the weight down to 1 inch off your chest and then you go to 3/4 lockout. So realistically, you're moving the weight just like this, which for a beginner, they might just bounce it and not focus on anything. But once you focus on the muscle group you're working, you realize, hell, that's a lot of time under tension, and that's where the gains are made. So a lot of his exercises are exceptionally fruitcakey, and you're just like, what is the point in this? But try them out, because he's got a method behind his madness. And lastly, in the enjoyment category is the perceived intensity. Now this fluctuates throughout the workout, because it starts off pretty mediocre as he's just building into it. Between weeks 4 and 8, maybe 4 and 10, the intensity goes through the roof. The sessions are crazy. And then it really ramps down at the end, and he's more focusing on the rehab, the stretching, and these more interesting variety of exercises. So, to summarise for you, the reason we gave this a 6 out of 10 is because you make great gains, but you spend a lot of time doing it. So, the gains per unit time really isn't amazing, but it is good and it's well worth it if you are injured or if you're looking to take that next step in your workout and start training a bit more often and be a bit more dedicated with it. The link to the Gauntlet is going to be down in the description. Have a look. I would recommend doing it, honestly, especially if you're looking to cut down as coming up to summertime. This will shred you like nothing else you've ever tried. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if this was actually helpful for you in choosing one of your workouts. And if you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing on a daily basis, follow my Instagram, it's @ChristianMorrisUK, and subscribe to the YouTube channel because I've got a lot of stuff that's lined up coming out soon. Peace.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, you like that?
The spider! Feel the spider!
Is it crawling?
The spider inside me!
Is it crawling?
It's penetrating! That's deep! The spider's so deep!
Ah, the pain! Look at the pain in his eyes!
The spider's deep! I feel this web entering me! It's very everywhere!
I'm not really feeling the spirit of the Spider-Man.
Feel spider.
Now try and catch a fly like it was next to you. Catch it. Spiders are known for being super strong. You can climb straight up walls.
The spirit of the spider.
So the Gauntlet was written by Meadows.
Professional bodybuilder.
What do you know about him? Other than he's on a ridiculous amount of steroids.
Fruitcake. He
Jack.
looks super gaunt in the face.
Yeah, if you haven't seen him, go look him up, he's really weird.
He makes you look bad in all his videos. Come watch my video. And then you look, he's much bigger than you in every single way.
He can't speak English. All right.
You know, be prepared for a grammar journey when you read his workout.
Okay. So we're going to go for an overall rating of the workout, split up into 3 sections: time spent in the gym, perceived intensity, and gains, and then a couple subsections. Yeah?
Yeah, maybe enjoyment should actually go into the overall rating.
Yeah.
I think it's important enough.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
something that a lot of workout reviews don't actually touch on. Like, is it fun to do?
Is it fun to do? Yeah. So which one do you want to start with? The
What was the first one on this?
time spent in the gym.
So this is a big point in the Gauntlet.
Massive.
You're going to spend a lot of time in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Starts off the workout with 5 days a week. However, those 5 days are long. Going to be spending,
We average what, 2 hours, 10 minutes, 2.5 hours.
yeah, probably every day we're in there for that long length of time. Some workouts spanned 43 sets.
Without, it's written 43 working sets with, I don't know, 15 warm-up sets.
Warm-up sets thrown in between, yeah. Chest, triceps, shoulders, back in one session.
Mm-hmm. And then legs twice a week to start with.
Mm-hmm.
That was horrendous.
Yeah, so time spent in the gym is long.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do this workout if you have some kind of personal life. You may need to do things other than go to the gym after work. Perhaps you might get a divorce. It's like, you're spending a lot of time there.
Or break up the other half. Or
Just see if you can lease a spot at the gym and live there.
yeah, you'll save time. So overall, we averaged what, 12 hours a week in the gym?
Yeah, it's going to be something like 12 hours a week.
Yeah, that was a lot.
So we're going to rate this. So the longer you spend, the lower the rating.
The
'Cause
worse it is.
ideally, you want to be spending no time in the gym and get massive.
Yeah, agreed.
So I'd say on that front, I'm probably going to go with, I mean, could we really have spent that much longer? Probably yes, but not that, like, not a huge
Well,
amount.
At the start, I wasn't eating enough food. So in the last half hour of the workouts, I was running on empty, flagging, and it was
That's
tough.
another thing, you have to up your diet if you're going to do this workout, because
You will lose a lot
otherwise
of weight.
you will, yeah, at the start I was losing weight and I couldn't understand why. I just had to add another 500 calories.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say I'll give it a 4,
A 4
in
for
terms of time spent.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm sure there are workouts that do like twice a day and stuff like that. It's not one of those, but
No, it's not.
it's long.
And you have to also realise that this guy is roided to hell.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that.
And so he can spend this long in the gym because he's unnatural. So we tried it, we did it.
Well, it's hard. He's a professional, isn't it? So it's hard to do when we've
you
got a
have
full-time job,
Yeah.
and his job is to train.
And inject. So. So we've got a 4 out of 10 for time spent in the gym. Perceived intensity. So to start on this, I started this workout in week 8 of 12. because Aaron had been doing it for 8 weeks already.
Mm.
That was when we first met, and then as soon as we finished it, we started again on week 4.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it was week 4.
Yeah.
So we did a 12-week cycle. We did the entire thing.
It kind of warms up for the
Yeah.
first few weeks.
The first 4 weeks are light, but
It
then
kind of gets you into it, and then really hits it hard.
yeah, you hit legs twice for the first 4 weeks. Actually, it might be more than that. 6 weeks.
Mm.
It's a long time hitting legs twice a week, and it's painful.
Yeah. In fact, actually, in those central weeks between like 4 and 8, your perceived intensity is really high.
Yeah, it goes up.
However, when he comes into the last 4 weeks, he definitely starts to ramp down.
Yes, the last 4 weeks.
So I don't know whether he's trying to protect your body or he also adds the 6th day after week 7 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that perceived intensity goes down because you're going 6 times a week.
Yeah.
You're trying to do the same number of exercises.
Which admittedly, I didn't do. Aaron did, because he's mad. But
It is horrible.
what was it on the Saturday? What was the last?
It
Was
was,
it just a full body?
yeah, it was chest, shoulders and back again, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Again. And you can do it on Monday.
So we did, how the workouts start is chest, shoulders, back, abs, right?
Triceps. That's a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday's always legs.
It's legs, yeah.
Wednesday
was arms.
No, he starts off, you do Wednesday, you do back again. He only moves on to a single arms workout when he goes on to 5 days. No, 6 days.
6 days, yeah.
So you do back again, back and shoulders maybe
Have
on
you got your phone?
yeah, rather than trying to guess.
Yeah, let's have a look.
So yeah, let's do an example of a week 4 workout. Monday, back, biceps, chest, triceps.
Back, buys, chest and tries. Mm-hmm.
And that's not a 42 setter, that's 36. Tuesday, hamstrings, glute, abs, calves.
So, legs and abs.
Yep, legs and abs. And then Wednesday, this is a biggie, chest, triceps, back, biceps, shoulders.
How many sets?
Don't really know what you're missing apart from legs there, 40 sets.
40 sets with, God knows, 10 warm-up sets.
And then Thursday, abs, calves, hams, quads. So that's your
Legs
second legs.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, back, chest, shoulders. Saturday, back, chest, shoulders. Friday's a day off. This is when you're doing 5 days.
Yeah.
And then Sunday's a day off.
So,
In week 5, you start mental Mondays, where you do back, biceps, chest, triceps, abs, 42 sets. A little note from him saying a little bit more volume, creeping it up a little bit.
creeping up from 2 hours to 3.
Yeah, and then you've got Tuesday's legs again, and then Wednesday you've got another 40 setter. Thursday's legs again. Friday's back, chest, shoulders. Then another 32 sets. That's quite a ridiculous week 5.
Yeah.
And then once he splits to
6 days a week.
I'm just scrolling. There we go. Yeah, so week 8 is a 6th day, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Monday, back, shoulders, chest, triceps, abs, so 43 sets. Tuesday, hams, quads, calves, so it's legs. Wednesday,
But that was relatively low sets, actually, his leg sessions.
but hard.
But
There's
they're
lots of drop sets and things.
horrendous.
Wednesday, back, chest, shoulders. Thursday, biceps, triceps, calves, and abs. And then Friday, he's got hams, quads, and abs. So actually, he's doing like 6 days and doing two legs, and then Saturday's back, chest, shoulders. So basically, he's hitting back, chest, and shoulders 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Realistically, legs either once or twice, and then arms. Kind of mixed in, thrown in there
Yeah,
somewhere.
arms is thrown in, which you had an issue with.
Yeah.
You noticed a bit of decrease in your, your arm size.
Yeah. It's not a good workout for arms and shoulders because of his positioning in the workout.
Yeah, all arms and shoulder stuff come at the end of the workout.
Yeah.
Or
When you're
earliest
absolutely
middle,
destroyed
dead.
anyway. So you're not going to be hitting them as hard as you normally would on, say, a dedicated arms day.
Yes.
He eventually throws in a dedicated arms day, but it's quite late on, and it's not nowhere near as the intensity, I don't think, as the other workouts. He's kind of just like, oh yeah,
It's like
this
this is a rest day.
Yeah.
Let's just do arms. Although I've noticed ridiculous gains on my arms, but that's because I've never trained arms before. To be honest, I never really trained before, and jumping straight into this workout was ace. So then we can actually go on to perceived intensity and give it an actual rating. But I mentioned here fluctuations because the intensity of the workouts throughout the weeks go up and down. It starts off quite easy, gets really, really hard, and then comes back down at the end.
I think there's a method in his madness
Yeah, like a warm up,
of how it goes.
make gains, and then deload. I would assume is
Yeah. So, I think overall perceived intensity, if you actually go from beginning to end, as you come off the workout, you'll be thinking, oh, that's nowhere near as hard as it started.
Yeah.
But I think overall it's somewhere like a 7 or something.
oh my god, higher than that.
I think it might
So
be.
I found almost every single workout for the first 6 weeks that I did was rough. I was like, the first leg session we did, I was on the floor like 3 times, nearly passed out. There's a lot of to exhaustion
However,
in this.
I haven't factored in the fact that you might just get used to it.
I think we did.
I think you just go, oh well, I've only been in the gym for a day.
Yeah,
So
I've only been in
that
the
was a
gym now
short
for a-
session.
Yeah. By the end of it, we were going, oh, that was a quick session of an hour and 45.
Yeah.
So
All right.
that's a good point. We did get used to it.
I think we got used to it. So I would say, maybe you hit an 8 there. And he throws in a lot of, as you go through the sessions, he throws in more and more kind of what he calls advanced workouts. So he does drop sets. He does like quite interesting things like half lifts, quarter lifts, doing different motion range. We'll get onto that when we talk about enjoyment level, like how it mixes up. Right, go for 8 on perceived intensity.
Yeah, so we'll go for 8 on perceived intensity. But we initially thought some of the stuff he does is completely fruitcake. Like,
What I mean by that is when you see people doing weird shit in the gym, you think, why are you doing that? There's other exercises that normal people can do.
Yeah, that does the
to
same
get around
thing.
that. Like ab crunches on the lat pull down. It's actually effective. None of the exercises he does are not effective.
True. They
They all
very-
look fucking weird.
Yeah, they
You
are
just
all a
do
bit
crunches.
Uh-huh. Agreed.
And spider crawls. What
Hilarious.
the hell is that?
Admittedly, we didn't do spider crawls until our last session, not once. But
We always substituted it.
we watched the video and were like, what the hell is this? Like, we didn't even try it. And looking back, I actually kind of wish we did.
It is really hard.
Because we did it, fair play to him, it's a ridiculous exercise. Like, it actually seriously hits it if you do it properly.
Side note: the amount of kit you need to do this workout as he does it is quite
It's
insane.
mad. Yeah, you need some
He
weird...
does lots of things with bands, chains,
Yeah.
weird bars, different grips.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Most of which we didn't use, but we have access to a lot more equipment than most people. So, would that go into... Would we put that in enjoyment as well?
Yeah, I think
Or
it
like
makes
ease of the workout? We can leave that.
Yeah, I think that can just be a side note. I don't think that'll factor into the whole thing.
No.
I think in the enjoyment bit, if you did have all the equipment
It
that
would
he
be
did
rather
have,
interesting,
it
yeah.
would be interesting to try all of the variations he puts on it.
Very true, yeah.
And it encourages you maybe to use equipment that you see in the gym
But never...
never actually touched.
So,
Perceived
perceived
intensity.
intensity is an 8. Next is gains. So Aaron has been lifting in total for how many years?
Long time. Maybe 9 years.
A while. Pretty much non-stop, right?
Yeah, so I've stopped making gains.
A while.
Basically.
Basically. I just had about a year out, came onto this, within 3 weeks, started noticing some big changes. Within 10 weeks, we started getting great comments.
Yeah.
Admittedly.
Haven't seen people for a long time.
Yeah.
Something like, man, you're jacked.
Yeah, basically. Although it was great because it's so hard. I'm up my calories by probably 1,000 calories a day. Was making ridiculous gains and lost body fat. Doing this workout, I dropped to 9% body fat on the dot. And yeah, so that I've been eating as much food as I could.
I think because of the variation in the workouts, it's hard to accurately track your strength gains.
Uh-huh.
So the gains score in this is going to be
Subjective.
completely perceived about each
How we
different
found it.
exercise, how
Yeah.
we found it. So I would say for this, in my 8 to 12 rep range, which before I hadn't really utilised too much, because I'd like to stick to low reps, it definitely improved.
Yeah, through the roof.
I'd say probably at the beginning I was doing maybe 8 reps, just the chest example, maybe
Yeah.
like 8 reps on 42 kilo dumbbells flat, and by the end maybe 46s, and probably quite easily.
Yeah, comfortable. No, you went up to 48
Yeah,
last week.
So-
On the last week, yeah.
not too shabby.
Yeah, the way that I mentioned it earlier was that we noticed from the start to the end that we took weights that we were lifting maybe 5-6 reps for and moving that into the 8 to 12 rep range comfortably.
Another important thing is, even though he really never dips into the 5 rep range, only very occasionally,
Yeah,
and usually some way through the workouts, you can never get a good judge of strength.
Yeah, no judgment.
When you come off the gauntlet and you try to do your max lifts again, deadlift, squat, bench,
They're
you
not
realise
bad.
you've not lost a single thing from doing it,
Yeah, not at all. No strength lost at all.
which is great.
Promising.
It could be due to the variety of the exercises. Could help muscles that you haven't really used before.
True.
I mean, you're doing a lot more stretching exercises than I would do normally. That's kind of interesting. Back to gains. So
I would say the gains on this workout is nuts.
yeah, if you've got the time,
Yeah, if you're willing to put in a time, and it has an RPE scale, like how much effort you should put in for each exercise, which most
kind of
we
ignored
kind of
a
ignored.
little
We
bit
just
and
went
just went for
all
the failure,
out.
which is not really what I wanted, but
But
it just
it
feels
worked.
right. Yeah.
It really worked. So honestly, I'd give the gains on this
Well,
a
yeah.
solid 8.
Yeah, I think an 8. Like if you've got, that's the thing. I mean, I think the gains to time ratio is not very good,
Not at all. No, the gains to time ratio is horrible.
but gains themselves
What?
are good. You may have to mix in the gauntlet with other workouts, which is why
Yeah, you can't
coming
stick
off a
on-
maybe strength workout or just a different workout, gains is a great mix up.
Yeah.
The gauntlet is a great mix up, but
Yeah.
if you just did the gauntlet on repeat, I don't
It would
think
stop.
you would plateau pretty quickly. I think you need to start mixing it up, but just as something different for 12 weeks. It
Although,
really,
I'm tempted to knock that down one to a 7 because of how little he hits shoulders.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure I made no shoulder gains.
that is actually true. And I was just saying to you that when we went back to try and do military press and things like that,
We were shot. Yeah.
my shoulder strength has massively dipped across the board. He does do quite a lot of side raises and stuff, but in
His
terms of
side
overhead
lats are
press
up
and
there,
things, no.
We assumed that he thinks you hit shoulders enough doing all of the different chest exercises.
Which for me is not the case. I actually need to do
Yeah.
shoulders.
And also, he does quite a lot of dips, but he doesn't do it with weight, does he?
No, he never puts on. He never says to put on weight, but
But he
we
weighs
did.
a lot. Anyway, he's a really big guy.
Yeah.
So I assume that's probably why we got up to 40-50 kilos for 10 reps.
Yeah, because he only recommends to do 10 or 15 reps dips, which is not difficult
No.
if you've been lifting for a while.
So I'd recommend putting weight
yeah,
on the
I
dips.
think gain 7 is probably fair, and he doesn't hit arms much. He doesn't mix up the order of the workouts enough. He loves training back.
Yeah.
So back, he will
actually, our
start with back.
strength was nuts.
Yeah, back strength, upper back strength has gone just unbelievably through the roof.
Yeah, like before I was bent over rowing like 50 or 60 at max, and then I did 80 this week.
Yeah, and I was doing maybe 90, and I did like 5 clean reps at 110. So he just hits back so much. Your back will get back gains are crazy, but overall gains, I think, because of his priorities that he obviously has for some weird reason. You know, his shoulders do look massive, to be fair, so maybe he's just put it down the list. So gains.
He might naturally have a genetic tendency for big shoulders.
He might have a genetic tendency to put needles in his arms and press the plunger in and get big shoulders.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, Tom Roy's shoulders, yeah. Actually, I just thought, point back to perceived intensity. DOMs. The DOMs in this workout were ridiculous.
It does feel like you might want to consider putting this in some form. Maybe in the perceived intensity, it might need to go in, but like
I think we need to make a whole different category.
Just
DOMs.
how you feel doing the workout, and honestly, I think I came up with the right analogy this week. It felt like what I was doing. I got hit by a tram every day.
Every single day, it felt like you
do not have enough time to recover between workouts. You're training back, chest, shoulders, and then you have one day you do something else, and then back, chest, shoulders again.
Overtraining had the effect of
Feeling
overtraining
so tired
every
at work.
single week. By Thursday or Friday, I'd get to the point where I just can't do this. I can't get up.
Falling asleep at work.
It was hard. Yeah, the DOMs and the
Just tiredness.
bodily exhaustion was rough. But you eat enough food.
Yeah, you kind of get through it.
Yeah. There were a couple of sessions where I was there falling asleep mid-set and just dazing around. But
yeah, it's pretty demoralising when you realise you've got another couple of hours to go. But right, what's next? What's next thing?
Well, let's just give it a quick rating for DOMs because the
DOMs, I would say.
Well, it'd be a low rating, right, for how painful it was.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about perceived intensity as well. Do we put that high or put that low? I don't know. Some people might want something intense.
True. I like an intense workout.
If your workout intensity's high, I think that's always good.
Yeah.
You feel like you really hit
working.
it. But you know, if you feel like you're massively overtrained, that's different, isn't it?
Yeah, which I was.
That's
a lot.
Yeah.
For 3 sessions a week, perfect. I just needed an extra half a day between each workout.
Yeah, it's going to be a low rating. So I'm going to say, could I be much more tired? Probably not. So maybe a 2.
Yeah. The DOMs were rough. And what I'd never experienced before were leg DOMs 2 days later. Every single leg
nothing,
session.
And then
or like you're completely fine the next day, or it feels like you've just finished the set. And then the day after, someone has come at your legs with a sledgehammer.
That's true. I did love his leg sessions. They were
ridiculous.
Crazy. And they kind of interesting. So, what was the next thing?
Pre-existing injuries.
Yeah, so we want this to be a separate thing because it doesn't apply to everyone. I think if you've got pre-existing injuries, and in fact he actually says this in his little blurb about the workout, if you've got pre-existing injuries, this is a great workout to do because it takes you off the path of trying to push big weights.
Yeah, it's a high volume workout.
High volume workout, and he does a lot of exercises where he's really telling you to concentrate on certain muscles. So, concentrate on the glutes, you do glute bridges, you do lots of stretching exercises for the shoulders. In fact, his general pattern is heavy, light, stretch.
Yes.
That's his normal thing. So, for chest, you'll do like 8 reps on incline press, 10 to 12 reps on incline dumbbells, and then he'll do like dumbbell flies or something.
Yeah, really stretch it up.
He completes that pattern every time. And throughout that workout, most of my pre-existing injuries, like hip, shoulders, knee, never really flared up. I wasn't lifting.
Once or twice they did,
yeah.
But
I wasn't going close to my maximums.
But it was just when we really pushed it.
Yeah.
Then it flared.
There's a couple of sessions where he wants you to go closer to
your max.
Closer to your max.
For like 8 reps.
In general, for someone who's got lots of injuries, it could be a great rest for them.
Yeah.
To come off that and then back on later on.
So, I'd give this a high rating.
Yeah, high rating. Yeah.
No matter what physical state you're in, you'll probably be able to do this workout.
Yeah.
If you don't mind being hit by a truck. So, probably an 8 for pre-existing.
Yeah.
And then, lastly, we've got required or recommended gym level or lifting experience.
I mean, I'd say his videos are pretty good in terms of showing you.
His
But
videos
it
are
asks you-
very informative. They're short, like 30 seconds, and show you exactly how to do it.
I think though, because I've been training for so long, I don't know whether the ability to concentrate on certain muscles when lifting
Is possible.
is second nature to me.
Mhm.
You know, like trying to feel my lats or push my glutes
Mhm.
or just concentrate on like a certain head of my bicep when bicep curling is something that I've learned or it's possible to do. So he tells you to do lots of that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were completely novice to the gym, would you be able to do that at all? Would you do like, oh, I don't even know how to lift this at all? So I'm going to say it's advanced. He expects good form and ability to know how to contract your muscles.
And he's also got these like lifting. Some of them are a bit silly. He's got reduced lifting ranges, which I reckon for a beginner is actually gonna be really tough. Because like there was an incline bench where he's like
You
take it to
go an inch off your chest.
an inch or two off your chest, and then to 3/4 lockout. So you're basically just doing this. But at first, thought it was complete fruitcake exercise. Did it and realised your time under tension is the entire set, and it's horrendous.
But if you're a novice, you may not. You may just kind of bounce it, move your back. I don't know.
You're just not going to do it right.
Maybe I'm hating on novices too much, but I think it's advanced. It's got to be advanced. There's a lot of exercises which they require a lot of description, but if you've done a lot of working out, you know what they mean.
Yeah, I reckon it could take someone who is intermediate to advanced, because then they will see, or like just like I did, see these things that they would question and be like, why would you do that? And then develop an understanding, try it, and you understand what he's going on about.
And it does you a lot of drop sets and things like that, and it does a lot of different forms of advanced training or pushing you over the limit of what you'd normally be able to achieve.
Yeah, he's good
drop sets, supersets. That kind
yeah,
of
he's good at introducing new terms and new stuff. But well, good. He does a lot of introducing it. Well, he doesn't do it well in some places, but there is a lot of it.
These give you muscle good roasting. Puts that kind of stuff on. Grind it out.
Yeah,
Just keep grinding.
And like sometimes there are a couple of places where he doesn't tell you how many reps to do.
Yeah, he
how
just
many
leaves
sets
that out.
to
Yeah.
do. He just forgets that, or just gives you a description of something that you can't tell what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, he would say do 3 sets of 10, and then on your 4th, but he puts that afterwards. You do the 3 sets of 10, and you're like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then he goes, and then do 4. So it's like, it really makes it a really difficult read. He doesn't have like a nice table, like you're doing 4 sets, and this is what they consist of.
You do 4 sets, now do 3, and then on the last one, wait, so is that the end of the 3rd or the end of the 4th?
Yeah,
Is that the 7th?
or am I doing it for all of them, or what? Yeah.
You have to spend a while, but it's quite a lot of time reading to understand his workout.
So I'd say, if there's 3 levels, beginner, intermediate, advanced, it's going to be advanced, I think. It's an advanced workout.
Okay, I would bridge it between the two. So if it was out of 5 and you had 1 as a beginner, 3 as an intermediate, 5 as advanced, I'd go like a 4.
Okay, yeah. I can't really think of a workout though. If you think of a range, can you think of a workout where you would need to know more about the gym and more about lifting than that?
Well, he does a lot of explanation, whether it's good or not. It could take you to between that
I
step.
suppose maybe if you had
It's informative.
All right, I can think of a routine that would be harder. So I can think if you did a powerlifting routine, it involves a lot of technique.
Yes.
Doing clean and presses, snatches and things. So that would be a 5 because you need to have that ability to do that. So
prerequisite.
you can just turn up to the gym and lift weights in this workout.
Yes.
So all right, a 4.
Yeah, a 4. Okay, and then lastly we have enjoyment.
So
This one's tough.
yeah, so as we discussed, positive side,
Massive
Gains.
variety.
It induces lots of different exercises.
Yeah.
Every week you would obviously turn up and you just read what's on the sheet,
And you just do it.
and you're going to get on with it.
You feel good.
But it's different, Sometimes he does something, you throw something in the mix that you would never try yourself. So like single leg lunges or something. Off a bench, or doing quarter squats, or going all the way down and then midway and then down and then up.
He did one squat where you go all the way down, stop halfway, back down, and then all the way up.
Yeah.
And it was horrendous.
There's tough stuff that he throws in that you're not expecting and you would never normally do.
And it's really fun.
Yeah, it is quite fun. You're laughing about it, but then
You make new friends because you're at the gym so long. Everyone you thinks you live there. So.
And then they don't see you for 1 week and they think you've died. Where did you go?
Oh my god, you guys, where have you been?
Yeah.
But yeah. So variety, spontaneity.
Yeah, just reading his workout is quite funny sometimes.
It's a laugh. Yeah. Mad gains, fat loss.
Yeah.
I'd actually put fat loss as quite a big one in there because you cut whether or not you like it.
I did enjoy the workouts in that when you left the gym, you were like, that was solid.
You walk out like you are ready for this.
If you can walk out.
Yeah. Some of the leg sections, it's questionable if you're walking out.
However, I would say,
The negatives.
on the negative side, there are times when
You don't
I
want
just
to be there.
couldn't be bothered to be there. And you start a session and you know that you're going to be there for 2.5 hours. And if you don't already want to be there
Yeah.
to start with,
I
and
mean,
you've had enough,
Yeah.
you need a rest.
You're overtrained. Your first set is going bad, and you're just.
I'd say it's impossible to do the workout without a gym partner.
You need a
It would
partner.
be tough.
Yeah.
Because your motivation to go.
And also, we had mad competition the moment we started. My weights went through the roof purely because Aaron would add 5 kilos, and I'd be like, oh, fine, all right.
I'll try it, yeah.
And then he wants to prove that he's much stronger than me, so he'll have to add more again because I even tried it. So you've got mad competition. Overall, I really enjoyed it, but there is a lot of pain that you can't ignore the amount of
Yeah, it
pain.
depends how sadistic you are.
Yeah, there's
Do
a
you
lot.
love pain?
Yeah, I kind of do. But there was lost it. A lot of pain.
I think in enjoyment, I think I'd have to give it a 6.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go for 6 because I would say out of the workouts I've tried,
Mhm.
I've above averagely enjoyed it. Say the 5 was average,
Yes.
but then I'd say just the time. So my ideal workout would be so much variety,
Yeah.
but just not so long.
It was ridiculously long.
Just it's just in there slogging it out, and sometimes you're thinking, I just want to go home,
Yeah.
and you really, if you go finish it,
Mhm.
and you don't. I mean, you're not wanting to skip anything. It's a long old slog.
Yeah, the overtraining, and also the overtraining occasionally put me into a really bad place. Like, I just
Yeah.
come home like purely depressed, and like, I just need to lie in bed.
Sometimes
turn the lights
I'd be at work, and the thought of going to the gym would just
hurt.
yeah.
And the only reason we'd go is because I'd be like, yeah, you meeting me there at 6:30.
Yeah, I'd be like, yes, unfortunately.
Just like, yes,
but all you
I
want to
will,
really
yeah.
do is go home and go to sleep.
Yeah. And it's rough.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
It has major ups, it has major downs. His writing is really sometimes annoying, but other times it's really funny. There is a lot of writing which I didn't quite like.
Yeah.
There's a bit he's written too much.
You could
Yeah,
just
it's a lot
summarize.
of
Yeah, you could
waffle.
just summarize it in like a nice, neat little table with some couple of words after it,
Mm-hmm.
rather than a whole paragraph for each exercise, and you have to sit there and read it
Mm-hmm.
while you're trying to get on with your workout.
But overall, yeah, enjoyment. I agree with that. The 6. It was. I enjoyed it, but it was tough. But
Yeah.
I like the outcome. So now for the big one, the overall rating. So do we just take an average, or
I think for what does the average come? I think we'll know. But once we take the average, we'll
So-
know whether that actually.
should we do an
puts it-
average of all of them, or just the ones that we said?
So I think we need. I think you take out the you take out this one, which is
Obviously,
the
yeah.
joint stuff. So
We'll take out the pre-existing injuries or not?
yeah, and take out pre-existing injuries as well.
So we've got what we're going to take an average of is time spent,
Yep,
perceived intensity,
yep,
gains, enjoyment,
and
And
DOMs.
DOMs.
I think that's fair.
yeah, just DOMs. So
So we've got 19, and then 25, 27 divided by 5.
15, 26, 30.
Wait, what are we going on now?
1, 2.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, I was adding that one as well. Yeah.
19,
Yeah, 12, 19,
25,
25,
27.
27 divided by 5.
Could have
Six.
edit this bit out.
5.6 or 5.5?
5.4.
Ah, 5.4. Okay.
Actually,
Really? A 5.4 out of 10?
Now, see, I think that feels wrong.
I feel like that's low.
I feel like that's low. So we need to give weightings.
We do, because the DOMS is nowhere near as weighting as the gains.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so yeah, that's the thing. What are you trying to get out of a workout? You're trying to get gains. That's what I mean, no one's messing around in the gym because they want to stay the same.
Okay, yeah, so the biggest thing is gains, right? And we gave that a 7 out of 10. The next biggest thing definitely is time. Like, there's no argument.
Yeah. I mean, really, when it comes down to it's a time versus gains ratio in the end of the day, isn't it?
Yes,
Any workout is pretty much what it is.
Yeah, and then you've got enjoyment in there for fun, I guess. So actually, maybe they're the three. Because perceived intensity, like, yeah, it's tough, but who cares?
Yeah, I think maybe enjoyment should be in there too. I think that's a big one.
Yeah, I think. Do we reckon enjoyment more important than perceived intensity?
Perceived, I think in this case, well, the way we've summarised enjoyment actually encompasses quite a few things.
It does. It really does.
Like how much we've enjoyed the workout.
Yeah, how much we hurt. So it actually brings the DOMs.
Yeah, how much the intensity is, because I like an intense workout.
We like intensity.
And how much I mean, it kind of incorporated time as well, but it's got more than that.
More than that.
I think it's worth having a time rating.
Yeah.
But
I would just put enjoyment in there.
Yeah.
Just enjoyment. So we've got.
Okay, so what does that work out as?
6, 4, and 7.
Yeah, so
17 is 6.
17.
17. 6.3.
Still think that's too low.
I still feel like that's low.
Do you want to give a? I think you need to give a something like a 3-2-1 weighting system.
Oh, what? So we triple the amount of weighting from the gains and the time. Okay, so we triple this one, double that one. We have something like that. So we've got 21, 8, and 6.
Yeah, so you give a 5.8, which is
5.8.
Still don't agree with.
It's because it's so damn long.
It's the time. Maybe
it's a 6. Maybe it is a 6.
It could be.
Because you make mad gains, but you have to give one hell of a sacrifice. Think how much you sacrificed. In reality, 12 hours a week as a minimum.
Yeah, maybe in hindsight, I'm prioritising. So I'm thinking,
the gains we made.
Oh damn! It's a good workout, you know.
It's great.
Really, but it's a good workout for me because I'm
willing to
spend
that
so long. But as we said before, our gains to time ratio
sucked.
Potentially very poor.
Yeah.
I think I might be comfortable giving it 6.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, because.
And you know what? I remember what I said when we finished it. I said I'm not doing that again.
True.
Because I feel like my shoulder gains don't come up.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not training arms enough, and I feel like some of the enjoyment I get from the gym is just lifting big weights.
Yeah.
You don't really get that. He doesn't do deadlifts. He does straight leg deadlifts, but he doesn't really do normal deadlifts.
Smart deadlifting.
yeah. You're a brilliant deadlift form.
Thank you.
He doesn't do big benches and things like that. So maybe it's a 6.
Maybe a 6. I'd give it a 6 because I would put it definitely as an above average.
Yeah.
5 is average. I would put it above average. We have rated these, I think, fairly.
Yeah, I'd say with that rating system, so we're giving most of the rating gains, which is fair, which is the times by 3. We're giving time a reasonable share because it is important how much time you spend in the gym.
Definitely, and then
enjoyment is getting a say, but maybe it's not as important as some of the others because
when you're not actually there. Well, some people are there we have a lot of fun there, but for some people going to the gym is to stay fit. It's nothing else.
It's a workout. It's not you're not going clubbing and you're not going on holiday.
Yeah.
So enjoyment definitely has a say. If you can also enjoy something and it's hard and you're getting gains, that's great. But
if you can't, it's not the end of the world. You're still going to smash it.
Yeah. I mean, if for example this workout, and it would make sense if you just give it another thing. So if gains was like an 8,
yeah,
time was an 8, and your enjoyment was a
Zero,
1
yeah.
or 0 and you really hated it,
It would still be the
it would
best work.
still rank a great workout because you're not spending long in the gym and you're getting massive gains.
Yeah.
And that makes sense to me. It'd be great if you could enjoy it too.
But if you don't, yeah, like if we found out for some reason you made the world's best gains by, I don't know, doing calves
Yeah.
for the entire session and you came out with the best body ever, you'd do it.
Yeah, of course you would.
So 5.8 or we round?
I think we just hit the numbers. It's a 6.
It's a 6.
I think 5.8 for some reason sounds too low to me. 6 sounds on the money, I would say.
6 out of 10. Perfect. Cool. I agree. That's the end of it. I'll do some.
Hopefully, it doesn't put the entire thing on while we're scoffing our faces with pasta.
Probably will. So.